The first test shows how HandShield protects against gloss paint. In addition to the demonstrator who has applied HandShield, we have another assistant who has not applied the product. Both are now rubbing gloss enamel paint all over their hands and will then attempt to wash off the paint with normal household soap and cold water. We can see after washing with soap and cold water that the HandShield demonstrator has clean hands, whereas the assistant, who didn't use the product, has much of the paint residue still remaining. In the next test, we're going to apply grease. The demonstrator now applies grease without reapplying HandShield. Keep in mind he has just washed his hands thoroughly with soap and water. We have a second assistant who has not used HandShield. Both are now rubbing the grease all over their hands. They will then attempt to remove the grease with normal household soap and cold water. HandShield is a highly effective product, but how does it work? HandShield forms an invisible, odourless barrier, preventing chemicals and irritants from coming into contact with the skin, but still allowing the skin to breathe normally. Because it shields and protects the skin can go about healing itself without repeatedly coming into contact with more irritants and chemicals. Importantly, it is not greasy. We are now observing that after washing, the grease has come off easily where HandShield had been applied, whereas the assistant without the HandShield will need a proprietary hand cleanser to completely remove it. Next, the demonstrator will apply oven cleaner to his skin. This is a very caustic substance which would usually burn the skin in seconds. As you can see, the oven cleaner has no effect on his hands, still after only one application of HandShield and multiple washes with soap and water. Continual washing of the hands with soap does not deteriorate the product from its normal application cycle. After brushing, the demonstrator will complete the acid test. Hydrochloric acid is poured onto aluminium foil. The same acid is also poured into the exposed palm of the demonstrator's hand. As you can observe, the acid is smoking on the skin, but the demonstrator feels no sensation at all, and the acid has no effect on his skin. Now look closely at the aluminium foil. The acid is bubbling away, burning through the foil. It burns right through the foil but still has no effect on the skin. And just in case you're wondering whether that really is hydrochloric acid on his hands, watch the reaction the acid has when it is poured onto a concrete brick. We think you will agree, a very spectacular test.